I used to think the only way to make money was by grinding 2 9 to 5 jobs, trading all of my valuable time and energy but working from 5 a.m. at the gas station until 1 p.m. and then from 3 p.m. until 10 p.m. at night working as a server at the restaurant. I just felt like there was so much more in life and that I was holding myself back from reaching out to find something greater. And with this desire constantly nagging me, telling me that there is something more out there, I took the biggest risk of my life and came out to Thailand with $1,500 to my name, no income whatsoever, just in hopes of finding and creating something more for myself that wasn't just a typical 9 to 5 life. Since then, my perspective about how you're able to make money has entirely changed and will never be the same. And in this video today, I'll be going over exactly what that is that granted me the reality I'm living in right now. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight in. So before coming out here, I was just your typical NPC, going to work, coming home, getting distracted, playing video games, jerking off, drinking, clubbing, raving, all of the above. And that was my life literally every single day of the week. Like every week was exactly the same. And I just felt like I was in a constant loop of go to work, make money, spend money on distractions, and then just keep going in that cycle. And it just kind of bewildered me that like people do that for 50, 60 to maybe even their entire lives without even trying to make a change for themselves, to give them a chance to see what's on the other side of the risk they're so afraid to take. And at the time back home in the United States, I was surrounded by a lot of people doing the exact same thing as me. People going to the 9 to 5, people in university. They were all just drinking, smoking, partying, just all grinding in the wrong direction, which led me to grinding in the wrong direction as well. Now, of course, as a man, you need to take full responsibility for exactly where you are right now. And I was in that position because of me. I let myself be surrounded by those people. I kept falling for temptations, going in the wrong path, and just settling for what was given to me and letting life happen to me instead of making life happen for me, which was all my fault. And in my very small town of Newnan, Georgia, where I'm from, there's not really that much to do. Like it's very kind of a low energy place. Like you might go play golf for like a few hours and then that's all you're going to be doing for the day. Or maybe go work the 9 to 5 and then you just watch the news, maybe watch some sports, play some video games, and then that's the day. You don't try anything else in terms of trying a new business, going out and networking with very high level people. You're just kind of stuck on the hamster wheel, chasing after distractions. And that's pretty much exactly where I was. So coming out here to Thailand with $1,500 to my name, no income, the very first thing I noticed was the connections and the network that was out here. My bad, guys. My friends just invited me to a strip club, but I'm going to keep making this video for you guys. Yeah, so pretty much that's pretty ironic. I was talking about how there's a lot of distractions back home in the States, and then they're just asking me to go to a strip club. That's actually pretty funny. But yeah, even though they're asking me to go get distracted a little bit, I mean, they made YouTube videos today. They made reels. They got some sales in the door. They're still grinding compared to back home. They would be 100% distractions, 0% grinding. But here, we're working hard. We're playing hard. And that's just the number one thing I noticed when I first came out here is that every single person, especially the digital nomads, they're not going to be working a Grab driving job or working at 7-Eleven. You have to make money online somehow, some way. Because if you do have a job in Thailand, that's illegal. And you're going to be deported, kicked out, back to wherever you came from. So coming out here with the goal for myself of being able to make money online, this was the perfect place to do it, as literally everyone is doing it. So being able to surround myself with people that were levels above me has been able to level up myself as well, just by learning exactly what they're doing, how exactly they're doing it, and just acquiring all of their inputs and incorporating that into my life so that way I can get the exact output as them, because they're already making 10K a month, 50K a month, 100K a month, and so on. So that way, if I just copy exactly what they do, I can be doing the exact same thing. It's just a pretty simple equation there. But it is a very cliche saying of like you are the average of the 5 people you hang around, but it's absolutely true. Back home in the States, I was surrounded by complete degeneracy, people not trying anything in life, and that's exactly where I was for myself. But then coming out here and surrounding myself with absolute killers, I've been able to become an absolute killer myself. And another thing with coming out here to Bangkok, like I told you guys, I had very little savings, no income, went completely broke, had to fast for 4 days. You guys can literally watch this on my YouTube channel. It was a very dark time. But during that very dark time where I didn't know how I was going to pay the bills, how I was going to pay for electricity, for the girlfriend that I met the second night coming out here in Bangkok, I was getting very stressed, worried and not even doing the inputs that I knew I needed to do to at least give myself a chance. So that's when I switched from the scarcity belief system of like, well, there's no way I'm going to be making money without the 9 to 5. I need a 9 to 5. That's the only way to make money. I just gave up on that. I was like, okay, let's just let go of going broke. It's going to happen either way. Let's just keep doing our best each and every single day, outreaching, networking, and doing every single thing I can to land my first gold mine offer. And that's exactly what happened. After 4 days of fasting, being able to land my first gold mine offer and actually surpassing that point of almost starving out in Bangkok, that was another eye opener for me, just switching from the scarcity mindset to the abundance mindset and just putting money out of the equation, figuring out exactly what you want, and then going after it and doing all the exact inputs that it takes to get there. Because if you're just worried about the end goal, the money, the lifestyle, then you're going to kind of just get distracted on that and just hope it comes. And that's like one of the bad things about visualization is you're just looking at the end goal, but you need to see the path that actually gets you there, which means reverse engineering the entire process of what your goal actually is and reverse engineering the process of the steps that it takes to get there in the first place. Then, of course, coming out to Thailand, I needed to be able to make money online. And I tried e-commerce, day trading, crypto, but none of these things really aligned with me. They didn't really work. You need a lot of startup capital, just a really big headache. But what worked for me is something called remote sales, where you just are like the middleman for these online businesses, taking a lot of their calls as either a setter or a closer, either setting appointments or closing deals. And then you just get a percentage of whatever you set or close. And personally, I think this is the best way, especially if you're going out there with very limited skills. This is definitely the best way to make your first few $1,000s online, as there's a very low entry level skill to get started. So that way you can start traveling the world, surrounding yourself with very high level people, and sustaining yourself by making a few $1,000s a month until you hit your first $10,000 month. And what I learned out here in Thailand as well compared to the US is back home in the US, they're very okay with their vices like jerking off. It's funny. Yeah, I jerked off last night. How about you? Yeah, I did as well. But out here, jerking off, watching porn, drinking, partying, like all the time, of course, they do some of these vices sometimes, but they're a lot more heavy induced into the virtues that gets them to their goals. It's probably like 90% virtues, 10% vices, which is a pretty good balance, I'd say so. So being able to cut out the drinking, I barely even drink, maybe once every blue moon, to back home in the States where I drink pretty much every other day working as a server with the MILFs that I was working with. They always poured the drinks and we always drank behind the counter, having a very good time as a server. It wasn't a bad life, don't get me wrong, but still wasn't being able to travel or live life completely on my terms. And additionally, with Thailand and just living here, going broke multiple times, I just learned that money is more of an energy thing. Like the more you're looking at money, wondering where exactly the next payment is coming from, worrying about your savings going down, I feel like that's going to put you at a disadvantage compared to just spending money freely, getting money freely, and just being a lot more loose with it. Of course, save and invest. Don't be a complete dickhead, but at least just acquire the abundance mindset. Like literally a few days ago, we were having a very slow month on the offer that I'm on right now. So as I saw my savings dwindling down a little bit, I went out to one of these very nice steakhouses in Koh Samui, bought a 350 gram ribeye steak tartare, 12 oysters, downed everything. And I felt really good. I was like, oh my goodness, like I have all the money in the world. I feel like a millionaire. And guess what? Today we got 3 deals within 5 minutes that just came from follow-up. So I think that's just an example of like what the abundance mindset does. Whenever you feel down, low frequency, low energy, very uninspired, go out there, go to a very special place, a special dinner, go buy some clothes, just go and spend money like you have it. And then the money I just feel will come. That's just kind of what I believe. It's worked every single time for me. I've been broke at least 5 times. And one time I even spent like my last $36 on a gambling website and it turned into $600, but that's a very degenerate example. Don't do that. Please don't gamble. But last but not least, scaling in Thailand. I think it's the best country in the world to scale just because it's 3 times cheaper out here in Thailand than back home in the States. So if you're coming out here with remote sales, already making $3K a month as a setter, you're basically already making $9K a month. And then from there, you're able to save, invest in yourself a little bit more, and just have a very grand lifestyle compared to back home in New York, where $2K a month will get you a closet. But out here, you can get probably a nicer villa than this for $2K a month, which is an absolute cheat code. The weather is beautiful. The woman is beautiful. And yeah, another thing about Thailand, the women are night and day difference compared to the States. The women in the States, they're pretty much dudes. They're very masculine. They all have jobs. They're not feminine at all. They're not really supportive. It's actually pretty gay if you think about it, dating a girl in America. But out here in Thailand, these girls are very supportive. Like when I was flat broke, my girl would still buy me coffees. She would still come visit me. Even though I had nothing to my name, she still believed in me and my ambitions to be able to make it with remote sales and stuck with me from the bottom to where I am now. And you just wouldn't get that in the States. If you have $0 to your name, no income whatsoever, tell me one girl that will stay with you at the bottom in the States. I'm listening. But yeah, jokes aside, the weather is beautiful. You can tan every single day. I'm pretty tan right now. As you can see, the gyms are absolutely amazing. It's the most highest test place on earth. Like today, I was driving with Muay Thai shorts on my motorbike, no helmet, no license. It's literally just a GTA 5 server in real life. My favorite country in the world. And yeah, I think that's that for the video, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. And yeah, if you want to get started with remote sales, I'll be having an appointment setter video, either top right, top left of the corner. So yeah, go watch that, and I will see you guys tomorrow.